Well, it's now dinner time on the Wednesday, the 26th, I think it is. And as you can see, we moored up. Last night we lost the light and we lost all feeling in our fingers. It was very, very cold. So I noticed Will moored up in front of me and I moored up behind, and we quickly went in the boat and had a bit of stew and a nice bit of tea and a nice early night, which was nice. Will's just knocked on my boat. He's moved forward a bit just to get a bit more sunshine on the roof of his boat so we can get solar. And I've just checked Steve on Amyjo, his live cam, and he's down at Egg Bridge, and it looks like there's room for me down there, so I'm actually moving on as well because I fancy a chippy tea tonight. So yeah, that's the plan. So right, let's get moving. Yeah, it did get very, very cold last night, and it was getting very dark as well. I've never been so relieved as when I saw Will mooring up in front of me. I wanted to do the same thing, but we didn't have the walkie-talkies. I was getting close to giving him a ring, but he must have read my mind. But we were both very, 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 very cold and very tired as well. I'm pretty hungry, and I do have to say that stew that Nikki made us was delicious. We all had a lovely big bowl of that. In fact, I had two, so it's really nice. But yeah, we'll be going past Will shortly, I would imagine. But it is a beautiful day today, to be fair. Hi, you alright? Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, we're just coming up to Will's way. There's Will's boat, Narrowboat Will. Get some good solar there. He's nice out in the open. We're only going about 300 yards around the corner, so we're going to cruise off tomorrow together because we've got another 5 locks before we get out of the double lock system here. So we're going to share the locks tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. We'll see. It's a lovely boat. There's Will. He appeared out of his boat, so he's going to give us a hand mooring up just up here. You can see Egg Bridge just in front, and there's Amyjo. Steve's moved Amyjo forward. And we can get in behind Amyjo. Ideal for a chippy tea. There you can see Steve just pulling Amyjo forward. Cheers, Steve! And there's Smudge. So that's it, all safely moored up. Thanks to Steve moving forward. There's Amyjo. And there's Steve himself. Yeah, so that was nice. Will came and gave me a hand mooring up. He's gone back to his boat now because he left the kettle on, so that'll be whistling. So yeah, we're here now for tonight. We may stay tomorrow night, I don't know. But unfortunately Nikki's feeling a little bit under the weather today, and she banged her leg a little bit. She banged her knee. So yeah, chippy tea for us tonight. It's Thursday, the 27th of January, and it is absolutely gorgeous out there. It's so nice. In fact, Nikki has took the kids to a local park, which is just over there. So they're going out and getting a bit of fresh air, which is nice. Nikki's much better today, so that's great. Unfortunately, I'm having a bad day. My eye has blanked out a little bit. So I'm just trying to rest and let it settle. I've had it several times before. There's nothing they can do, even if I went to hospital, because they can't see through my eye. It's clouded up again. So not to worry, I do have another hospital appointment early in March. because unfortunately I did have an appointment with my consultant, but COVID hit and I couldn't get it. That is the reason why we headed to Chester. Yeah, so I had to miss my appointment because unfortunately COVID stopped that. So I'm just chill out, unwind, have a little bit of dinner. There's a local shop just a little bit up there, and they do the loveliest, the nicest chicken coronation sandwiches. So I think I'm going to get one of them and just sit and have a relaxing day. And hopefully we're going to see Ian in a bit later. So he'll be here in a bit. And oh, there's somebody here just come up to my window.
Get your tongue, Johnny. Right.
It's Narrowboat Will.
Narrowboat Will.
Dale. So yeah, we're going to have a chill out day today. Dogs, that's enough. And yeah, we'll see what today brings. But I know Ian's coming up on Morning Star in a bit with Carol. So they're coming later. So it'll be good to have a catch up with them. We'll see you then. Well, it's late afternoon now. Nikki and the kids, we had a nice walk down to the Cheshire Cat. We had a quick pint and we took them on a play area, which is just over here. So we've had a nice afternoon, but I've been keeping an eye out for Ian on his live feed. He's not far away. And Steve, off Life on Board Amyjo, spotted him. He's just given me a knock. So Ian's nearly here, so we'll give him a hand mooring up.
Yeah, I can't see him through the bridge yet.
No.
I know
He's not far away, and he's had a long day today, to be fair. He's had a train journey from South Wales up to Chester, and then from Chester back up to the marina to pick the boat up, and then he's had a couple of hours cruise. So
they left at 9 o'clock this morning, and believe it or not, they were in South Wales. There you go.
South Wales at 9 o'clock. So he's had a long day. He's going to be tired. We'll give him a hand mooring up and settled up for the evening. Yeah. Don't lose his new glasses. Hold on, I'll see if I can grab the front. Hold on. Well, he did try and moor up further back there, but the water levels are a bit low. Even though that's been dredged and there's new pylon there, new Armco, he couldn't get in, so the water must be low. So I think he's going under the bridge here at Egg Bridge and mooring up where I moored up on the way down. So he'll be all right there. Yeah, they'll be fine. You can always moor alongside after you want. Well, that's it. They're all moored up just under Egg Bridge there, but they're going to go in the boat now, have a nice warm up, and then we're all having a bit of a catch up later. So they must be tired. They've been travelling, I think, since about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. So it's been a long day. Yeah, I'm getting cold too. Well, it's morning. It's Friday, the 28th of January, and I'm walking under Egg Bridge. Ian's boat's there, Steve's boat's in front of me, and I'm moored up behind Steve. But we're going to go and get some breakfast in a local cafe. And then when we come back, we're on our way. So I've just been to tell Ian, because Ian wants to moor up here with Steve. They're staying here for the weekend, so I've just pre-warned him. But yeah, just on my way back to the boat, and then brekkie. We're on. Say hello to everybody. Hello.
Hello, everyone. We'll see you again.
We said hello, and now we're saying goodbye because Ian's going to jump in my grave, aren't you? So yeah, we're ready to go. So we're going to move Chugs now, and you'll have to help him in. He's new to it. So we're going to unmoor now and get on our way, hopefully to Beeston for tonight, and then we're going to hanker down there because there's a bit of a storm coming in for a couple of days. But we've got supplies, we have vodka and bread, so we won't go hungry or thirsty. We'll be all right. I'm only joking. Right, off we go. I honestly can't tell you how good this feels. I know I've done these waters hundreds of blimmin' times, but I can't tell you how good it feels to actually be out in rural location and out in the middle of nowhere and not see buildings, and it feels nice. After being in quarantine in Chester and being there for over a month or more, it sort of hit us. It hit Nikki and myself mentally as well as physically, being stuck in the boat. It didn't do us any good mentally. I think it did us more harm. I love Chester. I am not criticising that. Chester Basin is wonderful. But would you really want to be sitting there in a steel tube for 4 weeks? Maybe not. But it was good. We had a little bit of a walk around with Will around the town and did little bits and pieces, and we got out a little bit, but we didn't do half as much as what we wanted to do, especially with the kids as well. Doing their homeschooling and everything, we wanted to take them to the museums, but there are other museums and we will take them to other museums. If you're wondering where they are now, well, Nikki's just brought a coffee out for me, but they're doing some homeschooling in the boat again today. It's Friday, so no doubt they're looking forward to a weekend off. Even though they don't have to go to school, they still have to do schooling. They still have to be taught. So, yeah, Nikki's knuckling down and doing that. And I'm out here. I know where I'd rather be. Nice to see this barge back above the water when we went through. You may recall I filmed that, and it was partly sunken. It was full of water, so they've obviously got a lot of it out. Although looking at it, there's still quite a bit of it in there. It's obviously got a serious problem. Looking at it, that may be near the end of its working life, I think. Certainly carried some freight. This little area up here is one that's used by the CRT quite regular. They can bring their work vans in here and bring like sand or gravel, diggers, anything really that they need to put on a working barge to help maintain the waterways. It's quite handy for them here. So all the time you see their boats here, either that or their vans. But yeah, to be fair, they're doing a remarkable job through the winter. Must be hard going because there's lots of fallen trees and debris. Every morning on most locks you see the CRT personnel dredging or with big rakes getting the twigs away from the locks so as the gates don't get jammed, etc. They do a good job, to be fair. Well, we are coming now to the end of the Golden Nook moorings. I filmed these moorings I don't know how many times, so I'm not going to film them all again for you. But Nikki's jumped off the boat. She's walking with her daughter. She's on the towpath right the way further down there. They're walking a lot quicker than I can ever go on Chugs. And I've got a little man on my roof in front of me, and he's drawing some pictures of everything he can see, all the boats and the ducks and the sheep and everything else. So it's great. It is cold, but they're all wrapped up, and it does them good to get out the boat once in a while. So it's really good. I suppose they'll be back in and watching the telly again after. And just in this bridge hole, there's two unsavoury characters here trying to hitch a lift. Right, okie dokie. It turns out now this area we're cruising past is a place that holds horrible memories for me. It's just outside Tattenhall Marina, and it held horrible memories for me, but it's ironic now, making really good and happy memories now. So it's really good, and it's nice to get rid of them horrible ones. Yeah, looking forward to the future. It's lovely. I do like it round here, but I'm looking forward to those new waters that we're going to go on today. And as I mentioned earlier, Crick Boat Show, we're all looking forward to it. Had a brief reunion back there with Steve and Ian, which was nice. But it'll be good to see Alan again, and all four of us off Forgo Narrowboating be back together. And of course I can meet so many subscribers, so many of you guys, so that'll be nice if you turn up. And I may meet other vloggers as well, so that'll be good. So I'm looking forward to that. Can you see the lightning tree? Right on the hill over the other side. Well, we've gone past Tattenhall Marina, that was further back here, but the tree is still down. That was down about 4 or 5 weeks ago. If you remember on our trip up here, there was a tree down that John and Angie had warned us about. Well, it's still here, and from this angle, it looks like we're not going to get through. But I know we can, because we got down, we can get back up. Moored up here. Now if you watch the vlogs you'll know what's down here. This is where I used to do many a walk. It's an old Victorian aqueduct and I just want to show the kids and Nikki it. Yeah, and I just brought them down to show them this old Victorian aqueduct. You'd have seen it on my vlogs before, but there's just something about it that I like, and it was just for the drovers, just to move their cattle and everything else. But it's a hidden little gem on the Shroppy. It's a gorgeous little area it is. Yeah. There we go. So that was lovely sharing that little aqueduct with Nikki. Yeah, it's lovely memories around this area. I've always loved it round here. Nice. You may be able to see Nikki in the distance there walking. Kiddies are back on board now. It is a little bit cool, but Nikki loves a walk, so Nikki's having a nice walk up ahead. I think the kiddies now are having a break. They've got the telly on and the heating's on, so it's nice and warm in the boat. So they're in there with the doggies and of course the pussycat. And the little man was sat on the roof for quite some time actually, and he was drawing a picture of Beeston Castle. He does like his drawing, he does, and he'll sit there for hours drawing. I think he could have a talent in years to come. So yeah, he loves his drawing and it's great. You'll know that I am an artist. A few people have called me an artist, but I did go to art college. I do love my drawing. And it's nice to see youngsters doing drawing nowadays. I know these two like their tablets and their electronic devices, but I know Nikki does her best to try and keep them off them as much as she can. It is part of the future. Kiddies need that. I know when my Amy, I mean she's nearly 30 now, but when my Amy was little and they started doing computers, I got her a computer from a very early age, just so she knows how to use them. Just to give her a head start when she went to school. So it is the future, but Nikki's of the belief, a bit like myself as well, that too much of it isn't good. He says, as he earns his money on YouTube. Never mind, eh? Well, it appears that we're starting to catch Nikki up. There are parts of the towpath that are a little bit muddy, so she's got to be cautious, but we haven't had any rain for quite some time, or any considerable rain anyway, so the towpath is looking pretty good, to be fair. I've walked down here many a times myself in the past, and it's been like marshland, like a bog basically, but it's not looking too bad at the moment, so we could be all right in our mooring, or where we're heading to anyway. Let's hope so. And if you don't know where I am now, you don't watch my vlogs. We're just approaching Bates Mill Bridge. In other words, the bridge by the Shady Oak pub. It's closed till February. We're hoping to carry on, go through Wharton's Lock and then moor up in a place called Millionaires Row. You saw it on the vlog when we were on the way to Chester. So we're hoping to moor up there again. It's one of our favourite places. And it is nice and quiet. We get good reception there for the Wi-Fi and for the TV and everything. So that should do us. Just enough to ride out the next couple of days, to ride out these strong winds that are coming in. And also we're hoping to meet up with Narrowboat Will again in a couple of days. He's got some business to sort out back there at Waverton. And then when he's free, we're going to go out through the locks, heading out towards Barbridge Way. Well, he's heading out towards the Middlewich Arm. But I'm sure he'll keep you posted in his vlogs. Yeah, and I'll put a link in the description below to Narrowboat Will's vlogs. Please take a look and subscribe. He's a lovable, likeable fella, and he's genuine. Take it from me. We've just spent a week or so with him, and he's a nice, genuine guy. Really good. Yeah.